Okay, well, that was like okay, good, we didn't damage it. So you gotta be careful with this, and maybe use a little bit finer than that, but you know, I took the other side much better than this one. The screwdriver is a very fine flat, it just slipped a little bit when inside, but you know, it will not damage these tough bearings anyway. You see, there's no grease here. So, might as well, if you get to do this job, grease them. And with a good quality grease. Clean this good. There's nothing here to clean, but I'm gonna try. And check the bearing. And this is what I use. So this is what I use. I use SKF bearing grease, medium heat. Okay, extreme pressure, low temperature. In my opinion, you don't need a high heat, but you don't need a low heat. Two, a medium heat. This is an expensive grease. It's like, imagine the thing like that costs like $4 or $5, and this is like 16. If you get the high heat is like 28. But that's for inside the engine. We're not inside the engine here. Okay. Make sure you clean. And just fill it up. It won't do any harm. It's just grease. Just fill it up. Okay, good enough. Okay, this one is clean and it snaps into place. You see, you press a little bit and it has to go all the way in, otherwise it's gonna come out. Test and clean. Okay. The drive that you see, it's pretty clean, and I'm gonna do a little more maybe here before we start the installation. All right, let's go to the next step. Okay, good morning guys. This is day 2 on the rear drive, and we continue. Basically, I was not able to to open this. Okay, so I can grease this a little bit here, and but it's not that important. But just to let you know, if you want to work on this one, you have to take it off when it's on the bike, because otherwise there is like no way to put it somewhere so you can put the right pressure to remove this bolt. Okay, so I'm gonna do it on a later time, probably in the winter. But I'm gonna put a little grease here. Let me see here. Make sure the thing, it goes all the way in. gotta have this tool to do that. I'm gonna grease a little bit because even if it's like on a surface, I know a little grease is just gonna go in there. And this is good quality grease. That's all. And later on we're gonna put the cover on. See the movement? I'll just leave it there. I wish I could take it off, but I'm gonna do it next time. I have already greased these two, this one and the other one on the previous video. So basically right now I'm just going through an inspection and put little grease here and there when we have a movement. Now this is a medium heat. You don't need to buy a high heat, but don't buy a cheap grease. Buy something for it's been designed for bearings. I'm gonna put here too because we have movement, but not inside the thread. We have friction maybe. Okay. Okay, let's go the other side. There's movement here. Okay. Alright, I think this is good enough for this particular service. And let's go to the next step. Alright, so it's time to grease the splines. And as you can see, this one's pretty clean, and I'm gonna start. I put some ice coffee because it's getting really hot outside. It's September 2nd, but look what's going on here. And we have Crayon, our German Shepherd dog, playing around with his kid. But there he goes. Hey puppy, hey boy, what's up? He's only 13 months old. Very big. It's gonna be a big dog. So, let's get started. Damn it, I got my coffee here. Alright. I was ready to grease these with the bearing grease, but they are sealed and they are already lubricated, but just a little bit outside. Just a little bit outside, it won't do anything. Because when I took it out, it was roll lubricated there. I just clean it up very carefully. You can see the rubber seals here, and alright, let's put inside. Okay, probably was an amount of grease on the lens. So we did grease this one, and we did grease this one. So basically I put a little bit inside here too. Not too much, just a little bit. Because was there anyway. So, oops. Let's go grease the... Okay. Let's check it out. Alright, let's put it clean. Alright, and check, let me close the news. I don't want to listen to the news. Ella! My dog is barking. Somebody or a cat. Alright. I just lubricate the stuff here too. Okay, on the electrical parts and the plastic, silicone spray, and W40 a little bit here and there on the metal parts. Alright, so let's get ready to start the installation. Clean up a little bit more. Okay. Okay, this pain in the ass part, if you don't do it right, it will not go in. Okay, this is how it goes. I have to check it out again and again and try it like 3, 4, 5 times or something like that. So half of it goes inside the rubber and half of it goes out. Then you put silicone or grease or whatever and goes in easier. Okay, but if you're alone, get somebody to help you. All right, let's get going. My helper, my big helper. Okay, this is 42 foot-pounds, but you know, check your manual. This is the lower of the spring of the rear suspension. Okay. Okay, this is 7 Nm or 5.2 foot-pounds. That's it. Okay, so this is 9 Nm or 6.6 foot-pounds. Just a little bit grease around the rubber. And hopefully it's going to go in. So what I did was I took the whole thing out and I put the axle first and I snap it a little bit with a rubber hammer, just a little bit, just like 3 tack, and you hear a click on the front and it goes all the way in. Now don't put too much pressure on it, okay? And then I put this over. Alright, so don't try the other way than I tried before because it's not going to happen. It's just pain in the butt. So you put the axle first, you snap it a little bit with pressure by hand. If you can by hand, just a little bit, just a couple of snaps with the rubber hammer, just like 1, 2, 3, and it will click over there. Then you do the final touch here with grease and everything, and hopefully it's gonna go in now. So I'm gonna try to put it straight like that, a little bit, bend a little bit. Okay, so I bring a little help here. Okay, the axle is locked in place. I'm not gonna close nothing right now. I'm gonna take a break because I'm tired. And I'm gonna do full inspection from the top to the bottom before I put the pin in. Definitely get some help. Just get some help for this part. It's very important. It's really pain in the. All right, let's go over it one more time. Let's just check this out. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this first. Carefully, it's gonna go in. All right. Okay, we'll have to take a break now. Gonna go the other side and put Loctite. This you go slow, don't put pressure on it, just hold it by hand. You don't want to pressure the gears, so I go nice and easy. So kind of like drop it from here and fix it from here. I tried to use this, but it didn't really help. I did it with my fingers. Alright, so let's go to the next step. Okay, there's another clip over here. If you do it, don't forget it. Then we'll go off the brake. And the torque volume on this one is 42 Newton, 31 pounds. Okay. $200 ml. It's gonna go 60, 60, and 20 through the ABS thing. Let's try. Okay, a little more. That's a bit hairy. I remember. Okay, there's another clip over here, and then we're gonna put the brakes. Alright guys, so basically we almost finished. I put the brake on. Okay, the mud guard. I don't have to show you how to put the mud guard. It's very easy, just 3 bolts. And this has the mount on the brake. It looks like an L. So you put the one side onto the brake bolt and tie the other one here. Alright, so basically she's nice and clean. I clean up the bike too. I have a little problem with one bolt here. I replace. Make sure the ABS line, the sensor, it's tight here, so it's not getting loose or anything. And it goes to three plates. A clip here, a bolt here, and it goes inside here. So it's 3. Remember, there are 3 here. Okay, and of course you put the protection here for the brake line and the ABS sensor, and do an inspection, clean up everything, and here what's left is I just have to put the wheel. If you put the wheel on, I'm not going to show you how to put the wheel on. It's if you have done all this, then you can probably put the wheel on and your muffler. So just check your torque volume on these bolts, and don't tie them on line, just tie them by X. Like let's say you tight this, then the other one. You tight this, then the other one. You tight this, then the other one. Okay, so go making an X. And that's about it. It has new grass inside. I have grease as much as I can. I have actually took this out and lubricate the bearing inside here with my little finger. If you put your little finger inside, go around, you can lubricate this bearing. So that's good. I lubricate that too a little bit. This on a later time. And thanks for watching. I hope I help you with this kind of very important service. All right. I also forgot to tell you I have done a full inspection on the spring absorber, very expensive part. and all looks good. And that's it. See you next time.